Okay, so here's my greatest secret of how to achieve your life goal. And that greatest secret begins with answering one simple question for yourself. And that question is this my life goal? Is this my life goal? Now you might say, well, obviously it is. I mean, why should I have to answer this question? Why should I have to ask this question? I'm saying that because in my experience, many people like this term life goal. It's one of these, you know, I don't know what you want to call them, but it's one of these words that are bandied about. Many people talk about life goal. This is my life goal. That's life goal. But they don't understand what is the meaning of life goal. A life goal is something that you are going to dedicate your life to. A life goal is something that you will be recognized by the achievement of that or working towards it. A life goal is something that at the end of your life, you are going to turn around, look at it and say, now that was a life well lived, because it was a life that was lived achieving or trying to achieve this goal. I'm combining the two because depending on the life goal, sometimes you may not be able to fully achieve it, and there is no need to punish yourself. There is no need to feel terrible about that, because even if you, depending on the enormity and the magnificence of the goal, in some cases it is really commendable for you to be able to achieve that goal even partially, rather than live a life without meaning. So I think therefore I combine the two. I say achieve or try to achieve. So this is what a life goal is. So ask yourself and decide for yourself, is this goal of mine a life goal, or is it merely a hobby? Because many people mistake hobbies for life goals. They say this is my life goal, but actually it's only a hobby, because it's something that they like to talk about. It's something they like to feel good about, and they say, oh, but my life goal is to become a airline pilot, or you say my life goal is to sing or play in the opera or something, one of these great things. And then you ask them, well, okay, fantastic, sounds good. So what are you doing about that? And you discover that they are doing very little, and that's the reason I'm saying determine and be clear with yourself about, is it really a life goal? Because if it is a life goal, then you are going to be spending, or you should be spending, the maximum amount of time on this goal. Not do it once in a while on weekends when you're free, when you have nothing else to do. That's not a life goal. That's a hobby. And there's nothing wrong with having hobbies. What is wrong is to confuse the hobby for a life goal, and to call a hobby a life goal, because a hobby is not a life goal. A hobby is a hobby. If it is a life goal, then it is something that you are going to be dedicating your entire life to that, and it's something that you will get the maximum satisfaction when you are done, that it was a life well lived. So define this and be very clear in your mind that what you are embarking on is a life goal. Now, if you want to achieve the life goal, we come to the so-called secret, and that secret is to create a structure. Is to create a structure and a timetable. Now, I will tell you this again from my experience, that the secret of efficiency, the secret of productivity, is not intelligence. It's not even hard work. I mean, it does take hard work. I mean, let me not discount that. It does take hard work, but it is structure. It's hard work done according to a system. It's not just random hard work, it is hard work done according to a system. That is what gives you the maximum productivity in any situation. Hard work done according to a system. This is what adds, it gives wings to your goals and to your to the achievement of the goals, which is a system. And that system I call this structure. So the structure would be, to begin with, it would be your timetable for the day. What time will you wake up? 2, what time do you go to bed? Please understand and remember, and I say this to everybody, that this whole theory of the fact that you need 8 hours of sleep is, as far as I am concerned, bunkum. Because 8 hours of sleep is 1/3 of your life, 33% of your life. Ask yourself, are you willing to kiss goodbye to 33% of your life? I'm saying kiss goodbye because I don't know of anyone who achieves anything while they are sleeping. So if you're talking about achievement, the first requirement of achievement is that you need to be awake. You cannot be achieving anything if you are fast asleep. Nobody does, neither will you. So if you are going to be fast asleep 33% of your life, then I don't know what you think you will achieve. I don't think you will achieve anything. So you need to be able to live on less sleep than that. Obviously we need sleep. It's not that if we don't need any sleep, but we don't need to dedicate 33% of our life to sleep. In my experience in life, 4 hours a day is ample. It's plenty. And with 4 hours a day, if you, during the middle of the day, you might feel a bit drowsy, take a power nap of 15 minutes. By the clock, set an alarm, 15 minutes, and you will come out of that completely rejuvenated, absolutely alive. So reduce the amount of sleep that you do. Put a structure to the day. So wake up early, pray tahajjud, read 1 juz of Quran, pray Salatul Fajr in the masjid, and begin your day that way. Because if you begin your day that way, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala becomes your kafil, becomes responsible for you and your day, and that's a wonderful thing to do, and that's a wonderful way to begin your day. And then from there you go on and set your schedule. It's usually a very good idea to do some aerobic exercise in the morning, which is, I walk, every day I walk in the morning after Fajr, and I walk 6 miles. So decide how much you want to walk. I would suggest 5 miles is the minimum that you should walk, which is 10,000 steps. And as somebody said, if good health could be encapsulated and sold in a bottle, I would say that was 10,000 steps. Anyone who walks 10,000 steps is guaranteed to have good health throughout his or her life, inshallah. So walk in the morning. Running is something which is debatable, because our body was not created for running, it was created for walking. And over the years, I have many friends who were great runners, and then their knees gave out because of the impact. So it's a high impact exercise. Cycling is fantastic because it has no impact, and so walking and cycling. If you feel like running, it's your call. They're your knees. But physical exercise, aerobic exercise. Long walks are also an excellent way of for reflection, introspection, and by yourself. Don't have, if you have somebody with you, a friend with you, it's nice, but have this agreement and arrangement with your friend that neither of you will talk. walk in silence. Walk in silence and do that, every day. Long walk, so 5 miles, 10,000 steps. And that's how your day begins. And then the rest of the day. So you have your breakfast and whatnot. And I have a cup of coffee. That's my breakfast with a biscuit. And then I get on with my work. So, I obviously come back from my walk, have a shower and stuff. I'm not going into the details. I suppose all that is clear or should be clear. So do that. Do whatever suits you, in whichever order it suits you, but do that. There's a deer where I'm looking at. So when you finish your walk and so on, the rest of the day, set your goals for the day and operate according to that. As I said, 4 hours of sleep are more than enough. I also eat one meal a day in 24 hours. So that is something you might think about. It's a fantasy that we think that we need 3 meals a day. You don't need 3 meals. You need one meal a day. That's more than enough nutrition. 1 meal in 24 hours is plenty. And 4 hours of sleep. And that will free you up to do some useful stuff and to achieve your life goal, which, as you said and I said, we believe it's important for us. So let us be very clear in our minds, and that's the reason I said, make sure that you really want to achieve your life goal. It's not magic. It won't happen by itself. It will happen if you do it in this way, as I'm explaining to you. Then we come to the end of the day. You had your meal, maybe you had your little power nap, and you come to the end of the day, and you end the day, as I mentioned before, with your assessment for the day. So your assessment: what did I do? How did my day look like? How much of my goals did I achieve? What was missing? And therefore, the next day, what will I do differently?